Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in order for T-Mobile to ever as a company own and operate a fiber network, they're going to have to learn. They're going to have to study. They're going to have to run analysis as a company as to what it takes to own and operate your own fiber network. Now, this does not mean that T-Mobile is now going to move forward with bringing fiber to the house. No, that is not it. I'm talking about T-Mobile bringing fiber to their cell sites. Not leased fiber, but owned fiber. So I think that's why they started this program. Now, this program is actually being advertised on the home internet page. T-Mobile Fiber. Get lightning fast internet with T-Mobile Fiber in New York City where available. So you got to check the availability. Now, the reason I wanted to speak about this because, as I mentioned at the start of this video, you have to learn in order to get into something that you've never done before. T-Mobile has always been a leased fiber model. They have never owned and operated fiber. So they don't know what it takes. They may have an idea. They may be able to do research, talk to people, but you don't really get a feel for it until you actually do it yourself. And I think with this deal that T-Mobile struck in New York City, I think now they're learning. And I'm not saying that we're going to start seeing fiber this year or next year, but I think eventually it's going to make business sense for T-Mobile to get into the dark fiber and to run their owned fiber to their cell sites. Cell sites and to their small cells, the front haul, the hub. It just makes financial sense, and the owner economics are big. And I think I've said this in the previous video before, but this is how silly it is. If T-Mobile constructs a cell site and there's no fiber at the cell site or anywhere near, let's say it's a T-Mobile owned site, they're going to have to pay a third party, no matter who it is, they're going to have to pay a third party to build and construct that fiber to the site. And mind you, they're going to have to pay the same price that it would cost them that it would cost them to own that fiber. So essentially, they're paying the cost of installing the fiber just to lease it back from that company. There's no difference in the pricing cost from what I've been told. They're going to pay the same amount of money if they own the fiber or if they lease the fiber. But in this case, they're paying twice. They're paying the startup cost. They're going to have to pay the company to go, okay, this is your fiber. You paid for that. And then now you're going to have to pay me for the labor and the cost to trench the fiber just to lease it back from me. That's the model that T-Mobile is running. Versus them already paying to own the fiber technically, and then at that point they would just own and operate it. And that's why I think they're doing this, and they're looking into that at this point in time. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you think T-Mobile will eventually own their own fiber. I strongly believe so, at least so I'm told. Eventually it just makes sense because, once again, they're already paying the cost of what it's going to cost to own the fiber just to lease it back from the third party, because right now T-Mobile just doesn't know how to own and operate fiber. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.